I'm gonna waste no more time. Yeah, see the thumbnail. Yeah, see the title. Let's get right into it. Let's go.
Donald Trump looked absolutely shell-shocked as he left his criminal trial in Manhattan on Thursday. First of all, what's going on with that hair right there? Like, can anybody in the comments tell me what in the world is going on? But it was a devastating day in trial for Donald Trump. You had David Pecker testify against Donald Trump, talked about the catch and kill scheme, talked about how Donald Trump held a very special dinner for Pecker at the White House where he thanked Pecker for taking care of that women's situation and the doorman situation by buying off stories and killing it to help Donald Trump win in the 2016 election. Pecker also said that he didn't think Donald Trump cared at all whether or not Melania found out about his affairs and what he was doing with other women, and Donald Trump simply cared about winning the 2016 election, and Pecker just wanted to help Donald Trump. More on all of that testimony in a moment, but as I mentioned at the outset of this video, Donald Trump looked absolutely shell-shocked as he was leaving the trial. Like, he couldn't even catch his breath, so he was like, such a breathtaking day. When he went to speak to the press, as he kind of gives those bizarre press conferences after, he was like, oh, it's breathtaking. It's very breathtaking. Here, play this clip. Watch him.
Listening to the defendant.
Thank you very much, everybody. Today was breathtaking. That this room, you saw what went on. It was breathtaking and amazing testimony. This is a trial that should have never happened. This is a case that should have never been filed, and it was really an incredible day. Open your eyes, and we can't let this continue to happen to our country.
Then randomly, as part of that press conference, Donald Trump brings up Charlottesville, where he said there's people on both sides, fine people on both sides. Donald Trump brings up Charlottesville and calls Charlottesville peanuts as part of a press conference he's giving following a day of his criminal trial. What? Here, play this clip.
Having protests all over. He was talking about Charlottesville. Charlottesville was a little peanut, and it was nothing compared, and the hate wasn't the kind of hate that you have here. This is tremendous hate, and we have a man that can't talk about it because he doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand what...
And by the way, just so you all remember what he's talking about with Charlottesville, when he said there are very fine people on both sides there in a Nazi rally. Very fine people on both sides. He's calling Nazis fine people. Here, play this clip.
Neo-Nazis started this. They showed up in Charlottesville to protest.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name.
By the way, after Donald Trump gave this press conference,
He just called Nazis very fine people. Oh, Lordy.
Or you practically won't have a country anymore. Thank you very much. Thank you.
and by the way, you can go look at the hot take that I did on the absolute presidential immunity argument. Go see for yourself. It's on our YouTube feed. And I played all of the clips of Donald Trump's lawyer, where Trump's lawyer said that, yes, you can order the military to kill your political opponents. Official acts, you should have immunity. Yes, you can steal nuclear secrets and sell them to foreign adversaries. That would be an official act. Yes, you can launch coup against your own people. That's an official act. You should get absolute immunity for that. Yes, you could submit fraudulent electors. That's an official act. And Trump's lawyer was like, well, President Grant did something in 18. It's like, what are you talking about, man? Just so you're here, this was a small portion of Donald Trump's lawyer's argument for absolute presidential immunity taking place at the very same time Donald Trump was sitting in his criminal trial while David Pecker was testifying against him. Let's play this clip.
Can be alleged, but it has to be proven. Malum in se is a concept long viewed as appropriate in law, that there's some things that are so fundamentally evil that they have to be protected against. Now, I think, and your answer below, I'm going to give you a chance to say, if you stay by it, if the president decides that his rival is a corrupt person and he orders the military or orders someone to assassinate him, is that within his official acts that for which he can get immunity?
It would depend on the hypothetical, but we can see that could well be an official act.
It could, and why? Because he's doing it for personal reasons. He's not doing it like President Obama is alleged to have done it, to protect the country from a terrorist. He's doing it for personal gain. And isn't that the nature of the allegations here? That he's not doing these acts in furtherance of an official responsibility. He's doing it for personal gain.
I agree with that characterization of the indictment, and that confirms immunity, because the characterization is that there's a series of official acts that were done for an unlawful.
No, because immunity says even if you did it for personal gain, we won't hold you responsible. How could that be?
That's an extremely strong doctrine in this court's case law in cases like Fitzgerald.
Well, we go back
Johnson,
to Justice Thomas's question, which
Like many of us, you might think identity theft will never happen to you. Yes, your symptoms allergies and spend into 5 identity.
David Pecker today, as I said, it was absolutely devastating against Donald Trump. We covered it on some of the hot takes that I did with Karen Friedman Agnifilo, the duets we did. Let me just give you some of that testimony. You can see why Donald Trump is leaving looking shell-shocked. You had David Pecker said that Donald Trump told him, "I wanted to thank you for taking care of the McDougal situation." That's the woman that Donald Trump was having an affair with on Melania when Melania was pregnant and Melania had given birth. David Pecker testified how he basically bought Karen McDougal's story so that it would never see the light of day. And then Trump also thanked Pecker, Pecker said, for killing the story for taking care of the doorman situation that was paying off Trump's doorman. Asked by prosecutors whether Trump's concern about the stories getting out was primarily about his campaign, Pecker responds, "I thought it was for the campaign." Question: after Mr. Trump announced his candidacy for the presidency, did he ever express concern for how Melania Trump would think of his affairs? Answer: no. You said he invited you to the inauguration. Answer: yes. Klasfeld, who was in the courtroom, talked about how exasperated Trump looked, how Trump was appearing to sharply exhale when he reached the defense table. Pecker's testimony continued. Questions. It was to David Pecker, the witness on the stand. The prosecutor asked David Pecker, "Did there come a time when you visited the White House?" Answer: yes, I did. Trump invited me to the White House for dinner, describing this as a thank you dinner to me. Pecker said that Trump then told him, "Bring your friends and business associates. It's your dinner." Pecker took Trump up on the invitation, bringing his business associates. Jared Kushner was there, Sean Spicer was there, and all of the people that Pecker brought as guests took photos in the Oval Office with Donald Trump. According to Pecker, later on, Trump got angry after seeing Anderson Cooper interview Karen McDougal. Trump said that he thought there was an agreement forbidding her from speaking to the press. Pecker replied, "Yes, we have an agreement, but I amended it to allow her to speak to the press." Pecker says that Donald Trump got mad and couldn't understand why Pecker amended the agreement. At some point, the FEC, the Federal Elections Commission, contacted Pecker about his activities with AMI. Pecker said that Michael Cohen tried to reassure him, quote, "Jeff Sessions is the Attorney General and Donald Trump has him in his pocket," but Pecker was not reassured, and Pecker said, "I'm very worried." Also, David Pecker testified that he had a joint call with Hope Hicks and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, taxpayer-funded White House officials at the time, about whether Karen McDougal's contract should be extended. Quote, "Both of them said they thought it was a good idea," Pecker said. So just think about that right there. And then Pecker also testified, and he described Michael Cohen complaining that he was not reimbursed from Donald Trump for paying off Stormy Daniels. Quote, "Michael Cohen paid Stormy Daniels out of his own funds, which was the first time I had heard of that. I wasn't involved in that transaction." Pecker describes a conversation in Trump's office. Quote, "I said Michael Cohen is very concerned about his bonus for this year, and I wanted you to do that. He's very loyal." He said Cohen was working very hard. Quote, "I believe that he would throw himself in front of a bus for you," Pecker said to Trump. Pecker then said that Trump responded that Cohen had multiple apartments in his buildings and valuable taxi medallions. "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." referring to Michael Cohen. Trump added, according to Pecker. Also in the hearings, you had Justice Merchan set a further contempt hearing against Donald Trump for new violations of the gag order by Donald Trump that will be taking place next Thursday. That took place as well. So a lot going on in the trial. You see why Donald Trump was, quite literally shell-shocked. But keep me put in the comments what you think about that, and we will keep you posted every step of the way. Oh, also, it should be noted that, and we did a hot take on this as well, in the E. Jean Carroll case, Donald Trump lost his motion for new trial, a very harsh ruling where federal judge Lewis Kaplan talked about how Donald Trump was found liable for sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll and how Trump's conduct was almost unprecedentedly egregious, how he attacked his victim who he sexually abused. Federal judge is saying that.
Wow.
I'm Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 3 million. Thanks to you. Thank you.
Enough!
Federal judge is saying that. Sexual assault. Thank you, Midas Touch, man. Holy crap. This is a lot to take in right now. It is. The comments aren't loading, so we're gonna say F the comments. Y'all let me know how you feel about what's going on right now. It's getting crazy. I can see why Trump is shell-shocked right now, because Jesus, man, I feel like he's going down, man. I feel like parts of me say he's not, parts of me say he is, but time will tell. Time will definitely tell. Like I said, I'm new to this, all this politics and stuff, but it's interesting to me, man, to see what's going to happen next. So y'all let me know how you feel down in the comment section. Should he go or should he stay? You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that he might get reelected is insane to me. So y'all let me know what's going on. If you like the video, like the video. If not, you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload, y'all. Love y'all. Peace and love, baby. And we are.